separated. Hey, don't pay no mind. We're under 18 and we'll be doing anytime. Hey, come on and play.
It's Friday. It's fall. It's time for some high school football. Tonight, DTV's live broadcast of Davison Cardinals football is brought to you by America's Premier Mortgage, Vulture Insurance Companies, Subway of Davison, and Jim Waldron Pontiac, Buick, GMC Truck. Here now with tonight's play-by-play, Kim Lindsay and Jim Shepard.
Want me to tell you who they are? I know who they are.
At right tackle, number 66,
Vulture.
Lewis Riva.
Subway.
At center, number 78, Samuel Ford.
You're live.
All right, welcome to Friday Night Football at Davison High School. Tonight the Cardinals host the Clio Mustangs, and we're ready for opening kickoff, Jim.
Yeah, if you just tuned in, what a beautiful day you're missing out here. Sitting in the stands and in the sun and watching this beautiful blue sky. Davison take on the Clio Mustangs.
Got about 45 seconds left on the game clock before we get to kickoff.
And Clio will be kicking to Davison. Deep, we've got number 2, that's Craig Hitchcock, and number 35, which is Nate Bundy. And here we go. And with the kickoff, the ball's going down to Hitchcock. Coming up the right side, we've got a nice wall here. And Hitchcock makes a nice move, keeps coming, and takes 35. The ball up to the 35 or 36-yard line on a nice return. Well, I hope you people were out to see Davison last week over at Oxford. That was a good game. We made a lot of miscues and ended up costing the game, but it was still a fun game, a real nice game to watch. It was close for most of the game. Now Davison comes out. They've got 1st and 10 on their own 36 against Clio. And
Freeman and Bundy in the backfield.
Freeman and Bundy with Brett Kenny under the center. And we're going to start with a pass immediately.
Oh, it's a little underthrown. It's going to be caught. Nope.
Nope. It was meant for Mr. Lang, and it was just slightly overthrown. And it goes 2nd down and 10 with the incomplete from Kenny to Lang.
Last week we had a lot of balance on offense, Jim.
Yes, we did.
Mixed the run and pass really well. It was a fun offensive game to watch. We just couldn't hang on to it once we got it into the red zone.
And now we've gone with twins here. You've got 2 receivers on both sides. You've got a split and a flank and a slot.
It's Bundy in motion.
And we're going to give it to number 24. That's Mr. Freeman. And he picks up approximately 2 yards, making it 3rd and a long 8 for Davison. And
see one of my old high school buddies out there officiating, line judge on the far side of the field. 3rd and 8.
And of course the umpire and the referee is a Davison person. Here we go.
Nice
catch. Nice catch by Mike Lau. You know, I teased Mike all week about squeezing the football, and he told me, he says, Shep, I'm going to squeeze it tonight. So that was a nice catch, nice pickup. Now we're in Clio territory. Ball's on the 46 or 47-yard line with 11 minutes to go in the first quarter as the official winds the clock as they move the chains. We're in an I formation with a split and flank. And here we go, lightning in a bottle. This is number 24. Ran right into the official.
Into the umpire there.
Into the umpire. But he still picked up a 9-yard gain.
You catch that one, guys, on the replay.
And I call Mr. Freeman lightning in a bottle, because if you watch him, you never know where he's going to strike.
See the umpire make the tackle on this last one.
Yeah. And here we go. We've got 2nd and 2. They gave him 8 on that as they set the ball.
We're just underway.
And
First 2 minutes of play.
We're still in that I formation with a flank right and a split left. And here, Freeman, right straight up the middle, and he broke it clean.
This could go.
And
this could go. It is
touchdown. They won't catch him.
Not going to catch him. So Davison
We got a man hurt though.
For the touchdown run.
But let's hope we don't lose our center here.
That's our center. How many yards? 38.
That was, if you watch, that's a classic Freeman run. Once he breaks into the open, he is just fun to watch. And so Davison goes up with 10 minutes and 7 seconds left to go in the first quarter, 6-0 as we wait with a man injured on the field here. They're looking at his knee, so that does not bode well.
He's up though.
Although
He's going to walk off. Yep. No, that's not our center.
that's 87. That's Cody.
It's Cody Goodell.
That's Cody Goodell. That's our tight end. And
Cody
what
Goodell,
a fine tight end. He had 4 pass receptions last week.
Pretty ones,
in
too.
pretty ones in tough territory and ran tough afterwards. You hate to lose him. He can go both ways.
I think you're going to see Cody back.
Strong, nice kid.
I think he got a knee on knee or something there. Looks like he's.
Okay, now we have Brett, and the kick is by Craig Hitchcock, and it's through the center, and we have a 7-0 ball game. And holding, of course, was Brett Kenny.
This will be the last time you see us for 3 weeks. The next broadcast will be homecoming evening. We're on the road for the next 2 weeks. Next week at Grand Blanc and the following week at Owasso.
And, of course, homecoming in 3 weeks.
Against Power.
And that will be a ball game. And we hope you've enjoyed tonight's ball. You're enjoying tonight's ball game. Brought to you on WDTV Channel 19 on the cable. And Davison leads 7-0 as they just scored with 10:07 left to go in the first period. And as Craig Hitchcock gets ready to kick the ball off, we have number 11 and number 10 deep for
Justin Jacob and Thomas Ruck.
And with the kickoff, the ball goes down to the 9-yard line, picked up,
This is Jacob.
and he is hit right just outside the 20-yard line at about the 23.
Number 89 for Davison on the tackle.
And number 89 for Davison on the tackle.
Peter Nijelski, it says.
Yes, Peter
Way to go,
Nijelski.
Pete.
And those special teams, those kids wait for those days.
Yeah. I see him still working on Cody Goodell down here in front of us. Trainers.
They're working under the shoulder pad now.
Yeah, just fixing a shoulder pad there. I think
Okay.
restrapping it for him.
Now we've got a I formation, and we got a split left flank right, and
Gives
here we
to the
go
fullback.
to a fullback, and he picks up maybe a yard,
Yeah,
so
he's-
it's 2nd and 9.
Fell forward. Tackled by number 80.
And the fullback for them is Paul Long.
Justin McNabb made the
And
tackle.
McNabb plays that tight end. I mean the defensive end. We were tested last week by this, our defense was. And when we got behind, we were trying to tackle the ball instead of the football player.
Well, we had a couple of really costly penalties on
Kevin
defense
just
too.
killed us on 4th down. We had 2 of them.
Man.
But we're learning. And you'd rather lose that. We don't want to ever lose any game, but if you're going to lose one, you want to lose a non-conference.
That's right.
We're sitting in that 4-4 or 4-3.
Thomas Ruck is the
And it's the
quarterback for Clio.
fullback, and he picks up another 1 yard.
It's going to be a long night for Clio if that's all there is.
And the tackler that time, or the tackler was number 90 for Davison.
90 and number
Kevin
6.
Austin, and number 6 is Chris Leach, that linebacker. Chris leads that. He quarterbacks that defensive outfit out there. Good, strong defensive ball player for Davison. In fact, you're going to find these are pretty quick group of kids out here. Now they've come out, and it's 3rd and a long 7, and we've got man in motion. And
Pass.
he's going to throw right here.
Right there. Tight end.
And tight end coming up right straight up the seam. That means he's coming up the middle between the linebackers and your free safety and your corner. And they throw it right where that linebacker
Picked
had
up
left.
Picked up almost 20 yards there.
Yeah. Nice pass on 3rd down and long. And that makes it 1st and 10 with 8:28 left to go in the first quarter. And they're on their own 2-yard line.
I see a couple of changes on defense this week, Jim.
They've changed a few people around.
Single
and here
back.
we go, single back. We got twins, both sides.
Option
quarterback, and that quarterback is going to pick up 2 yards. A tough 2. Nice running on his part. The defense played well. Defensive end stayed there that time. And Chris Leach on the tackle with help from number 50, which...
Clio quarterback's a pretty good-sized kid.
is Mr. Dankins is 50, if I remember correctly.
Exactly.
He's not on the
That's right, he's not on that
roster, but
roster.
he 50 is Dankins. And so we've got a split right, flank left, I formation. Clio comes out 2nd and 8.
Oof, we're almost lined up in the neutral zone.
And here we go to the halfback, second man through, and nice tackle by Leach again, and number 18. And number 18 is Trent Mitchell.
3rd and 8. See if they go back to the tight end.
Yep. I don't think they're going to run on us tonight. Not consistently, anyway.
No, I don't either. They got Camden Moose out there this week, starting at the safety spot. Brent Metcalf is out there at one of the corners, or one of the safeties, it looks like.
And, of course, Craig Hitchcock, the mainstay out there in that defensive backfield.
Jeremy Wilson over here, too.
Now we got trips to the low side of your field with a split single back.
Going to throw this way. Trying to draw us offside.
And again, a fullback, no, quarterback option.
That's going nowhere.
And
Lost
of course,
the yard.
we want to give some credit out there to number 90.
That was Zach Dinkins on the tackle.
Zinkins got the tackle, but number 90 turned it in. That was Kevin Austin. Did a nice job. Almost over-penetrated a little bit.
Is he playing defensive end?
He playing defensive end, and he came up and forced that back inside. And went a little bit too far, but still was okay. Now we're going to put back here. We're going to put Mike Law, number 11, and number 2, Craig Hitchcock, back deep.
76, Gregory Gerard, a tackle, is the punter.
And it is now, we have 4th down and a long 9 from the 43.
Oh, he takes a long time. He's going to
Yeah.
go on block before the night's over.
And here's
Oh,
Hitchcock.
fumble. Recovers it himself.
Yep. And Craig got his own, covered his own fumble, and the Davison takes over on the 30-yard line on their own 30, 1st and 10, with 5:52 left to go in the first quarter. We hope you're enjoying tonight's DTV presentation, brought to you by our sponsors, Jim Waldron's of Davison, American Premier Mortgage, Fulcher's Insurance Company, and Subway.
Davison's second possession. They scored in 1 minute and 57 seconds on their first possession, Jim.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at the size of number 77 out there. Whoa.
It just
Man,
looks,
oh man. They got him on the roster here at 6 foot 310. There's no 6 foot, but I think the 310 is maybe a little shy.
well,
Didn't get any notification from the officials as to who called that timeout, or at least we weren't looking.
I'm going to guess it's Davison, since they're the only ones that are huddled up.
Yeah, I don't know
And,
what that's about, unless just because our player's still down. Is Cody back out there?
That I can't.
I don't see him sitting on the bench.
Well, we'll look for number 87 for you to see if he's back out there.
Nope.
He's not. So Davison comes out, and you do want to get a few of those linemen out there. One of them's Ian Graham, and I'm sure one is Luis Rivas.
Well, we got all kinds of different players out there. Thomas
yeah.
Webb's out there.
Is he?
Yeah, top of the screen, in the slot there. His pass. He's gonna run.
Going to turn it up. Boy, nice job there.
Gonna get his first.
Get down, get
Yeah,
down,
got his
get
first down.
Okay, he's close to the first down.
I think they marked him over the line. Yeah, that should be a good enough.
And he
first.
just did. And it is a first down running. He picks up 10 yards on the first play from scrimmage in this drive. So Davison looks at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 from their own 40. They break out with Mike Laws split to the right, and we have number 3, who
That's
is
Webb.
well, Tommy Webb is playing in the flank there, or in the slot. He's in the slot.
The pass is to Tommy.
Nope.
Catches it?
Nope.
Oh, no,
This
it's
is
to
to
Hitchcock.
And Craig picks up a long
Oh,
5.
there's a late hit. The guy hurt himself too. Jeez.
Well, that's usually what happens when you get knocked off. And so that makes it 2nd and 5 after that reception by Craig Hitchcock and that little bubble pass like.
Yep.
We were looking at Twins there, the way they switched into it. And we have a single back with Mr. Freeman, and we have Twins top and bottom of your screen. 2 receivers, so we're looking at a 4-receiver set. And here we go, same thing this way.
Stopped him that time.
They stopped him after he picked up maybe 1, so it's 3rd down and about 4 yards. Nice play, nice defensive play by Flushing. They adjusted real well to that time.
Clio.
Yeah.
We got Flushing a little later. We won't see him on this field either.
No, we won't. So here we come out with 4:27 left to go in the first quarter. Davison is up 7-0. We got Twins formations, both top and bottom of your screen. Single back. And it is Freeman up the middle.
First down
and more. Whoa, is he tough to go down. He takes an awful beating sometimes by trying to get that extra yard. But he picked up, he needed 4, he got 5. So it's now 1st and 10 from the Clio 48-yard line. Clio's not afraid to hit you. That's one thing. They may be a little small this year, but they're hitters.
Tackle was by number 53, Michael Starlin for Clio.
And boy, we're going with that single back formation. Only this time we're going trips to the wide side of the field over here.
They're spreading. It's going to be a run.
Yeah.
They're just spreading them out. Yep. There's Freeman up the middle.
And Freeman picks up 4 or 3.5 to 4.
Right to the 45, Jim?
45-yard line. So give him 3 yards. Give him a long 3, and it makes it 2nd and 7. Well, you know what? It's just a matter of time till he will break one off when there's a hole there. He was doing most of that he's gotten 2 or 3 extra yards on his own toughness. He runs so powerful for such a little guy. And here we go.
Oh, he's
there
open.
It is. Slant to Mike Lau. Nice job. And he just broke the tackle. And he's straight up the field. He takes the ball up to the 20-yard line. So he picked up a 25 yards. Nice.
Take a look at that one again, guys.
Nice slant in by Mike Lau. Catches the ball.
Pitch and catch.
Boy, he squeezed that one right in, and then he picked up another 10 yards rushing after he got that catch, or 15. Nice job by Mike Lau.
Brett's been right on with passes so far.
So here we go. Davison comes out. We got trips to the short side of the field, and Mike Lau on single coverage out here to the wide side of the field, single back.
Another pass. This is
the bubble pass to Chris Lang.
Nice catch by Lang.
And Lang made a nice job and picked up about 6-7 yards afterwards. He's got good feet and he's got good hands.
There's that last completion to Mike Lau. See the field level.
And he put the ball away.
Nice job, guys.
So now we've got 2nd down and a long 3 at the, we're looking at about the
13.
About the 14-yard line, 13-yard line.
2.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Davison comes out with Twins both ways, single back. And we got a man in motion. That takes us into trips if he gets there. Freeman up to center. Here we go. First down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal from the 5 with 2:13 left to go in the first quarter. And Davison's kind of manhandling them up front right now. We're pushing that line right straight back. Those boys up front are doing their job. And it was a nice job, too, of Mr. Freeman following his blockers. And he got that last couple like he always does, it seems to be, on his own. Now we have a timeout.
By Clio.
Clio takes a timeout with 1st and 10 from the 5-yard line with 2:07 left to go in the first quarter. Davison up 7-0 and going in for another score.
I don't even. Oh, Cody's got his stuff off. Cody's done. If he's got his stuff off. That's too bad. He's a player. But we can use him another night. Well, I think that's probably what the coaches are thinking too.
Yeah.
So we got 2:07 left. Davison leads by a touchdown. Getting ready to go in again here. I say that tentatively since we were going in a couple times last week and dropped the ball heading in. So.
This might be a shoulder problem for Cody.
I don't know. They were working on his knee. Though. See, they got him iced. They got
his ice on his knee.
He just took the shoulder pads off to get for the heat.
They don't come any nicer than him, and he's a talent. Boy, he's a talent in baseball and football.
Pretty good crowd tonight,
Yeah.
considering it looks like Clio brought 100 people with him.
Yeah. But Davison, you fans just keep coming, and we sure appreciate you coming into the stands, and we appreciate you people listening on us on WDTV Channel 19 on the cable. And Davison comes out now. We have 1st and 10 from the first and goal, just outside the 5-yard line. And we've got trips to the short side of the field with Law. Got 1-on-1 coverage over here with man in motion. Brings it into Twins. Freeman's going to go outside, cuts it up inside, and he's got a touchdown untouched. And that was, he made a nice juke, and it was a walk-in.
We'll take a look at that one again after we get the point after it. He was untouched. The running back loves that.
Well, I tell you, got to start giving some credit to those boys up front. You have number 51 is a down. Let me get that for you.
Ian Graham.
That's Ian Graham there.
Extra point's good.
And also we have number 66. Louis
No good on
Rivas.
extra point.
You have number 74.
There's that last touchdown. Nice cut. Walks into the end zone. I thought that last point after went through, Jim, and they waved it off. So it's 13-0 with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left in the first quarter.
They're a little closer than we are. So Davison is up 13-0, 2:04 left to go in the first quarter, and we will be kicking off here in just a second. Hope to see a lot of kids get a lot of playing time tonight.
This could be a night where you get a lot of team morale built up.
Yep.
Clio's definitely on the rebound when it comes to football.
They got tough kids over in Clio. Okay, here we go with Craig Hitchcock getting ready to kick the ball off.
Justin Jacob and Jason Gay are back to receive the kick from Clio.
And she goes deep. Takes it at the...
Oh, he's down right there.
He's down at the 11-yard line. He put his knee down when he tried to catch the ball. Well, that's a mistake. You cannot make those kind of mistakes. You can't put your team in that kind of a hole.
You got to run up and catch it in the air, or you let it take a bounce
or you
and then
let
you
it
go.
take a bounce. So now with 1st and 10 from their own 13, Clio comes out with 2:02 left to go in the first quarter. Down 13-0 already.
When we break at the quarter, we're going to have Kelly Smith as our sideline reporter tonight. She'll be giving you a report from the sideline.
Okay, here we go. We've got a split.
Ooh, that's interesting.
This is a...
They got everybody.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's the old...
That's the old inside reverse handoff to the wing back.
Looks like
you call it a double wing is what you got.
Yeah.
Single back with a double wing.
Which lot is it in,
And he picks up 1 yard, so make it 2nd down and 9 from the 14.
Looks like Ishpeming or Escanaba.
Yeah, it sure does.
Old UP football.
It's the old double wing football. Now you got a single wing with a split and a flank to the wide side of the field. That's a possible throwing combination here.
Quarterback's got his head down.
And we give it, he options. This is the option outside. And he's
first down.
And tackled by number 80. And that is Justin McNabb. Justin ran him down from the far side.
Thomas Ruck from Clio on the carry, getting the first down. Quarterback.
Justin had to go a long ways that time.
Got him listed at 6 foot and 180.
Kevin Austin is limping out there.
That time we had contained broke down, Jim.
Yep. Well, Justin McNabb, Kevin Austin that's out there was limping that time. That was his side that he ran on. And he has the quarterback usually in this. And so here we got motion to that short side of the field. Give it to the fullback. And he's running hard.
5 or 6 right up the middle.
Number 40, that's the fullback. Tackled by, I believe that was number, well, I'm not going to say at this point.
We're in the last minute here in the first quarter. Davison leading by a couple of touchdowns.
And we're at 42 seconds and counting. Davison up 13-0. Clio has the ball 2nd down and a long 4. And here we go from the I formation. Give it to the second back, halfback. He's going to pick up 1. So make it 3rd down and 3 as he's tackled by the center of that line. And we have Chris Leach, the last one up, 1 on the bottom.
Gave him a pretty good spot there.
Yes, we did. He did, they did.
3rd and short.
So make it 3rd and a long 1 or a short 2, however you want to look at it.
Oh, I see what we got going on here. Oh, that was the end of the quarter. I was going to say, I saw people out there with the water bottles. I thought maybe they were stopping for heat, but that's the end of the quarter. And on our sideline tonight, we have Kelly Smith. And Kelly, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Davison is coming back from a devastating loss last week to Oxford, and Clio from a horrendous loss of 47-6 against Grand Blanc. They actually haven't won a game since Swartz Creek last year. New head coach Brett Moore is hoping for things to finally go his way, but with the scoreboard reading 13-0, it doesn't look like he's going to get his wish right now. I'm going to send it back to you guys back in this room, and I'll talk to you later.
Well, we're back, and boy, we finished that first quarter, and Kim, no penalties and no fumbles, no turnovers, and we got 2 touchdowns out of it because of that. If you can go, the last 2 years we've lived on other teams' mistakes,
right?
And boy, it came up and bit us on our mistakes last week. And Oxford and Davison were 2 fine teams, and they were the better team that night just because they made a whole lot less mistakes.
But that's a typical Bud Raleigh team, isn't it?
Sure is.
You give him a turnover, and he's going to put the ball in the end zone on you.
He's going to put it on the end zone. And boy, they had a nice linebacker last week, number 77. I tell you, he was a hitter. Now Davison's comes out here, and we've got
time for a stop. 3rd and 2.
Leach and Wells and Metcalf.
Quarterback sneak, and he did not make it.
And he didn't make it.
Whistle. There's a whistle.
It's going to be close, though.
No, he's short by a
yard. It's going to be close, but he's short by maybe 2 feet. So it's going to be 4th. And I can't believe they're going to go for it inside the 40-yard line. We're looking at the 37-yard line, 4th down and 1. They're going to measure for it. It's close enough for a measurement.
Wow, I don't believe that.
I think he's short by a foot.
Short by quite a bit.
Well, I have to tell Tommy he's going to have to clean his glasses out there, Tommy Monpass. Well, I hope you're enjoying tonight's football, brought to you on DTV, Davison's home school network. And he's short by a foot.
Yeah.
A long foot at that.
Yeah. I bet you see him go, Jim. He's got nothing to lose. They haven't been in a game yet.
Yeah, but you can't afford to take a blowout at this point in time either. Otherwise, you're a first-year coach who doesn't make it to his second year. You also can't put kids in a hole like that if you don't make it.
I don't see the tackle going back to punt.
I don't see them either, no. So I think they're going for it. What they used to do is they used to try and draw everybody off sides, and they figure you take a 5-yard penalty, it's no big deal. If you draw them off, and they saw us last week, they know we can be drawn off. And so here we go. Our linebackers are up, and it's 4th and a foot.
Quarterback sneak.
He
did not make it. He didn't even come close.
He didn't even come close. He got stuffed
Not sure
right
he even got
there.
back the line of scrimmage. Who made the hit there?
Chris Leach.
Leach was first. Who's 80? Number 80 also.
And that's 80. That's your tackle. That's McNabb.
Justin McNabb. They're going to measure again, but this isn't even going to be close, folks.
Here, let's see if we can see it again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good
If
big
we can see it
stop
again,
there.
we can see what happened here. But I think they stopped him right in the tracks.
And we'll tell you what goes on with the measurement.
If he did make it, he got a great measure. He got a great.
He never even got back to the line of scrimmage.
No, he never got back to the line of scrimmage. And
Davison's
they
ball.
didn't make it. He goes over on downs. Davison takes over inside the Clio 40. This really puts their team
in a hole.
Well,
especially if we score.
Yeah. If it leads to a score, that's. Well, I tell you, there's some hitting going on.
I don't know, guys, if you could run that one back for us. That was a big pop. Of course, we loaded up the middle, figuring they'd sneak again.
Well, I hope you're enjoying it. It's 11:41 left to go in the second quarter. Davison up 13-0 over the Clio Mustangs. Davison takes over 1st and 10 from the Clio 37-yard line.
Kenny's still a quarterback and Freeman a tailback.
And we have twins both ways with a single back. Mr. Lightning in the bottle. He takes it.
Ooh.
Oh. And he got back to the line of scrimmage.
He got lassoed there.
Boy, number big 52 stepped right up. Whoever was supposed to block that, or 62, supposed to block that down tackle, he missed him.
Chad Massey got that tackle.
Nice job by him, and he didn't let Mr. Lightning out, did he?
No. You could see Brandon trying to get those feet going, but he just couldn't get out of those big paws.
They weren't on the ground.
That's true.
Here we go. Twins again, same formation. It's now 2nd down and a long 10. We have a man in motion, though. This time we got Bundy coming this way. And quarterback
fumbled it.
And Kenny had it open. He had the naked bootleg reverse wide open. Everybody was sucked in, except he forgot to take the ball with him.
I don't know if you could hear that at home, but the Clio coaching staff is up here in the booth with us. The coach thought he was on the sideline, yelling, "Ball!"
Boy, I tell you, you know, that's one that you'd like to have back because he lost 6 or 7 yards.
He had all kinds
but
of.
Boy, he had big yardage down the field.
That looked like the old Michigan.
Oh, it
looked
sure
like the old Michigan bootleg there.
Mm-hmm. So those receivers were going deep and taking everybody with them. There was nobody left.
Oh, fumble again. Davison recovered.
Gets the ball. And so it's 4th down and a long. Oh, they gave it to them.
No.
They took it out of Brett's arms because Brett fell right on top of the ball. He was on top of the ball and they took it from him. So Clio goes 1st and 10 from their own 50-yard line. They're just inside their 50-yard line.
2 fumbles on the same series. So some things haven't changed from last week.
Well, we didn't have problems with the center snap, or it's either Brett's pulling out early or the center isn't getting the ball up. And the time before, and I don't know, I didn't watch the time before whether he just dropped the ball or he didn't come up. But here we go.
Bobbling it right as he came
We
away.
got an I formation here. And quarterback's dropping back.
Oh, just missed the tackle.
McNabb missed him. He had him.
Missed the ball.
And it was a nice catch, but
no, he dropped
a
it.
nice pass,
Aaron
but
Gill.
wrong catch.
Yeah.
Hit him in a bad place, in the hands. So on the incomplete pass, the clock stops with a 2nd and 10 from just inside their own 50 for Clio.
10:09 remaining in the 2nd quarter.
So here comes Mr. McNabb out after he missed that last tackle.
Defensive coach giving a little instruction.
Well, he might have taken too deep a run on it, or too
much of an inside
turn.
turn.
Too much of an inside turn. Here comes. There's a nice tackle right on the bottom. Mr. Aaron Wells on the wheels, but not before he picked up 5 yards.
Wells,
so
West, and Metcalf all in on that.
So it's 3rd and 5 for Clio at the Davison, just outside the Davison 45. And here comes Mr. McNabb back in, and number 42, Corey West, comes back out. And Clio is in our double wing set. This double split. And a man in motion.
Pass. Dump pass. Inner. Oh.
Nope. No, it was up there up for grabs, but nobody happened to be around in the area where it happened to land. But that makes it 4th down and a long and 5. 4th and a straight 5. With 9:19 left to go in the half. Davison up 13-0. The question will be, will they punt this time with 4th down?
Yeah, this time. Looks like
they're going to punt. So we have Mr. Mike Lal and Craig Hitchcock deep, number 2 and number 11 for the Cardinals. And he gets the punt off, and it's not a bad punt. Mike's looking right into that sun. And it goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback, comes out to the 20. Boy, we got a little bit of a break there.
A little bit of bad luck for Clio on that one.
Clio stopped running after the ball. They started to watch it instead of get in front of it and wait for the ball to come to you. So Davison gets the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, and they've got 80 yards to pay dirt.
9:10 left in the 2nd quarter. Davison up 13-0.
And we've already had 2 fumbles, but we only lost one of them. only. Here we go. We got trips to the wide side of the field with Mike Law split to the short side, single back.
Got a clean exchange. Freeman gains a yard.
Freeman takes up a hard yard there. You got to make it. But I tell you this, if he breaks that line of scrimmage, hold on, you got 80 yards in front of you because there's nobody left. They've got everybody up in the box, and they got everybody else that's left on those receivers. They had nobody hardly in the middle of the field that time. Here we go. We got trips to the short side of the field with Mike by himself over here. Single coverage. And there he goes. Oh, intercepted.
Our receiver, Tom Webb, never even turned.
Tom turned way too late. When he turned the wrong direction. Or it was thrown the wrong direction. I don't know which one was off, but it was a nice pitch and catch, except the receiver turned too late or turned inside.
Second turnover now in the first half.
And so Clio takes over on our 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
Tell you don't want to do this to a team who's struggling.
Yep.
You just give them life, give them life, give them life. You need to bury them.
And here we go. Quarterback rolls out. There's a hole right there. I don't think they see it, though.
Oh, there's the grounding.
Yep, and they
there's
got
the
it.
flag.
Number 10, that was number 45. That was Wells, Aaron Wells, back in there. They could have gotten that defensive tackle for holding on our, the offensive tackle for holding our defensive end that time, too. But they're going to lose it down here if they take this.
Is it from the spot or is there a mark off from the spot?
I think it's from the spot. I think it's 5 yards from the spot of the foul plus loss it down.
Yeah. He's starting to walk it off here.
We'll know in a second. It's from the spot. And it is. It's 5 yards from the spot.
That old officiating comes back.
Yeah.
Comes in handy every once in a while.
Well, you see, you got to penalize them. They got to lose something beyond the down because they're going to lose that anyway. And if he were tackled, it's 5 yards beyond it. It just makes sense. Now,
second and 21.
Well, that puts him in a hurt here. And we got 8:19 left. Davison up 13-0. And if you've been watching, welcome to Davison TV, DTV channel 19 on the cable. And here we go. We got a flank with a slot, or split in a slot, and a wing coming this way. So you got trips with a tight end. Now we're in the I formation. Fullback, and boy, he's stopped right in his tracks.
Wells is in the middle of all that.
Wells, and Wells was the one that wrapped him up, and he got a little help from number 4, which is Camden Moose.
38. Who's in the middle there? 38.
And 38 is Dan Spicer.
Dan Spicer.
That's an old Swartz Creek family. That's now a Davison family.
3rd and forever for Clio.
Yep. 3rd and a long 17 or 18, and we got a wide split on the right and a double
man-to-man coverage though.
Yep. Now we got motion.
Back.
Here we come.
Oh, he's down. Another loss.
Number 80, McNabb is the one that got that all up. We're going to give number 6 a tackle on that, and that's Chris Leach. But McNabb screwed everything up when he had such penetration.
Sure
the quarterback
took away the whole.
It took away the whole play. You can't get that kind of penetration and run a delayed play like that. You have to get blocking up front. So now it's 4th down and long. 4th and about 21, 22. And we have our 2 men deep again, Lal and Hitchcock, and they're looking right into that bright sun. And it's a good snap. He gets the ball away. And coming up is Mr. Lal, catches the ball, and he gets a nice job by Mike. He squeezed that, saved themselves a lot of yards on that roll, takes the ball up to the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for Davison with 6:48 left to go in the first half.
And it's pretty obvious tonight, Jim, that Coach Putnam is getting a lot of kids on the field. He's taking a look at a lot of players in a lot of different positions. On defense, I've seen, I think, at least 15 or 16 kids.
Yeah. Yep. And Chris Lang at spread out, along with Tommy Webb and Bundy. So we got trips to the short side of the field.
And it's going to be a give to Freeman.
Here we go with the Bundy coming back in. Bundy's going to trap on that.
Sure it is.
Here
he comes.
Freeman.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Here he goes.
Got a chance. Oh, he cut back. He should have kept going up the seam.
But you know what? He still picked up almost 30 yards.
Almost 30, yep.
Give him 27 yards on that rush. He's got to have, he'll have over 100 before the half if they keep running him.
There's 6.5 minutes left in the first half.
And Davison takes over on this one, starts at 1st down and 10 from their own 49-yard line. It was a nice block at the point of attack.
Well, it was good sustained blocks downfield, too.
He runs hard. He runs low. And here we go.
Now the bootleg. Yeah, he's got him up in the corner.
He's got him
on
open.
The flag.
He's got him open.
Yeah.
Yep, that's Mike Law. He isn't missing him tonight.
Down to the 9.
And there is, if he goes
40-yard pass.
That's 42 yards. From the 49, our 49 to their 9 is 42 yards on that reception. Nice pitch and catch by Kenny Talal. Boy, Mike's rolling up the yards tonight, isn't he? And everything he squeezes is football.
It's called a post fade. He went into the middle of the field and back to the corner.
And little play action, froze those linebackers, and that halfback sucked up a little bit on it. Yep.
We'll get a chance maybe to look at that one again, guys.
And here we go. We got trips to the short side of the field, and Mike over here all by himself on the wide side of the field. Single back. We're coming in motion.
Freeman. There he is. Oh, he almost got through. He did get through.
Did get
Touchdown.
Through. Touchdown in, and he did that on his own.
Yeah,
he broke at least 2 to 3 tackles.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
He's small, but boy, is he tough.
Davison's going to go for 2 here.
And so it's 19-0. Davison up with 6:15 left to go in the half. And Davison's going to go for 2 right now.
To get back that missed extra point.
Nice little run, 9-yard run.
Here's that touchdown. Watch Freeman break the tackles.
He never stops.
Nobody there.
He never stops moving. And Tommy Webb, nice job of not blocking when he was on the backside of that guy that had the last shot at him.
Nice job with the camera work there, guys.
And we hope you're enjoying tonight's ball game. And here we go for 2 with the same formation we had on that last pass.
And
there it is.
Fade. Oh, just threw it too high. He was just wide open.
He was wide open. Brett, that was the last thing I told Brett before he walked out of the classroom today. Don't panic.
Yeah, just threw it a little high. Got a little quick there. He had all the time in the world.
And so 19-0. 6:15 left to go in the first half. And a good first half for Davison.
It's been,
we've been a little messy the first part of this quarter, but let's hope we didn't lose Cody for any length of time.
Well, it's good that we're playing Clio because we're still a little sloppy on the offensive end.
And we're hoping to get Mike Perry back next week too, possibly.
That would be good.
Mike got hurt in our scrimmage earlier this year. And there are the boys down there, Rivas and 4 and 4. And Graham. Those are those guys that open those holes. And here we go. Mr. Hitchcock is ready to kick off to number 11 and I think number 8.
Yeah.
No, 21.
Just Jason.
That's a
down they go.
Free ball. And he keeps the ball at the 22-yard line. First and 10 for Clio.
They are struggling.
Well, we did the same thing last week with that ball that bounces. And Oxford kicked that ball into the dirt.
Well, that kicker for Oxford
was something else.
You're going to see him kicking in the Big Ten.
Yes,
school.
you will. He'll go big someplace. That guy had a foot, and he knew how to use it.
All right, 6:11 left in the first half. Davison leading 19-0.
And here we come. We've got a split to the wide side of the field and a flank to the short side.
Oh, change the play.
Yep. Now we got a wing back to that wide side of the field too. And in motion, they give it to the fullback on a straight dive. And the tackle is by number 6. Leach, Chris Leach again. He's racking up some numbers in the inside, but see, Clio's trying to run that middle, and that's Chris's territory. So now they picked up 3 at 2nd and 7. Ball's on the 27 of Clio with 5:45 left to go. Been a great game for Davison so far. Their offense has moved the ball well, both in the air and on the ground.
Yeah, I was impressed last week, Jim. I like the mix.
Yeah, here we go with I formation with a flank left and split
fumble.
right.
Nope.
Quarterback got his own.
Yep.
He lost
a
the
yard.
Bounced right off the ground, right straight back into his hands. And he loses 1 yard or a half a yard and make it third and a long 7. Third and a long 7.
Kevin Austin making the stop for us. Kevin's been active tonight.
Yes, he has. And here comes Chris Lang in, and number 33 goes out. 33 for Davison is Jeremy Wilson. So they bring in Chris Lang when it's a sure passing on this case. Along with Kyle Chittick out there on those your two wide receivers are your twins.
It's rolling him out. He's under duress, and it's going to be. Almost. Craig was there, and
Craig was there, just missed it. Missed the hit.
No, was Chittick.
Oh, that was Chittick. He went for the intercept and missed it, and they just picked up 8 yards, so they get a first down on that completion.
Got to break on when you're a safety. You got to break on the ball faster than that to.
Well, you either got to knock it down or get your tackle, one or the other, or intercept it.
Hesitated too long.
Yep. So here we go. We got trips to the wide side of the field over here. That's 3 receivers, and you got 1 split to the short side with a single back.
We're not only guarding 2 of the receivers too. Daring them to throw it out here.
And they run the fullback, number 40.
That poor quarterback is just taking a pounding.
He's brought down by number 38 or 36. 38, Dan Spicer on the tackle with a little help from your inside linebacker. I think it was Wells.
This high faking offense, the quarterback is getting drilled
every time. Well, he's supposed to.
I know.
Supposed to. That's what the defense. That's how you defense this baby.
Wears you out.
Okay, we got the same formation. Trips with a single back to the wide side of the field. And there's only one guy he's going to hand it to, here he goes.
Oh! Whoa! Almost took it. Wells almost took it right out of his hands.
It was a fumble.
Who's got the ball though?
Well, Davison's holding the ball.
Yeah, Davison
has the ball.
We got to see that one again, guys.
And number 50. That's Dinkins. Zach Dinkins on the recovery. That's a bubble pass.
Did you see that? Wells jumped the line. He almost took the ball right out of the quarterback's hand.
Well, what he did, he knocked it right out of his hands. Wells knocked it right out of his hands, and that's where we got it. And so we're going to take the ball 1st and 10 at our 35-yard line with 3:40 left to go in the first half. Davison up 19-0. And welcome to Big 9 Davison TV football. We sure enjoy bringing this broadcast to you in your own homes.
Let's see if we can get one more before halftime.
Yep, and we got twins both ways, single back.
Kenny,
and he's going to go.
He's got a man over the middle. Underthrown.
He's just got to step into the pocket and throw it. He had him open. He had Tommy open over the middle, number 3, Tommy Webb, and just underthrew it. Brett was 10 for 20 last week.
He had a nice game.
He had a nice game.
Already a couple balls dropped, too.
Mm-hmm. He had, 2 or 3. But, they haven't dropped him tonight. You haven't seen one drop pass. Mr. Lal has just been tenacious with catching the ball.
Pound the ball in, running it, Jim.
Mm-hmm. Well, here we go with the clock stopped at 3:36. 2nd and 10 for Davison with twins both ways.
Another pass. He's got him again.
This is Hitchcock.
Hang on to the ball.
And Craig's got it. Look at the block downfield.
Nice move. He's in for a touchdown.
Look at the block downfield. If you get a replay, watch Chris Lang, number 7.
He just took him out.
Walk downfield after the catch, and a nice run by Craig Hitchcock. That's 35 yards for another TB. Davison goes up 25-0.
We're going to go for 2 again.
And we're going to be going for 2 again. So that was Brett Kenny to
second
Craig
TB
Hitchcock.
pass of the evening.
Yep. So we've had 2 rushing and 2 pass.
Here's that last touchdown. Oh, we're out of frame. That was a nice
job.
Pitch and catch, and we're going to try and see if we can get a 2-point conversion in
now
here.
We got trips to the wide side of the field.
Going to run the same play?
It was open before. I'd throw it at the same place.
Going to give this time.
Okay.
Freeman, he's going to walk in. He's going to walk in.
Look at the block out there by Mike Lal.
Not a touch.
And on that end, he didn't have to. everybody blocked. If you block your men all the way down, Freeman's going to score.
Yeah.
And so Davison goes up 27-0 with 3:27 left to go in the half.
Well, what you're going to have tonight is a pretty quick game, folks, because another touchdown or 2-point conversion. We've got a running clock.
We'll have a running clock.
Second half could last very short period of time. Honey, I may be home early.
So Davison comes out. We'll be kicking the ball off with 3:27 left to go in the half. And we hope you've enjoyed tonight's game so far. In 3:27, you'll be able to go to the bathroom, get yourself another bottle of pops, some chips, and enjoy the second half. And take some time to maybe watch the band.
That's right. The band and the Palms at halftime.
And we'll try and bring you some stats at halftime. When we come back, we'll try and bring you some first half stats.
It's going to be a whole bunch for Davison.
Yep. And here we go with of course, Craig Hitchcock kicking the ball off. Craig's an athlete.
Good kick. Got a lot of bounce this time.
Football, basketball, and baseball. Here we go.
Oh,
nice
man.
Tackle.
Nice tackle.
That's got to be Wells.
Yep.
It is.
Aaron Wells.
I mean, somebody that hits it like that, that's Kamikaze Wells.
Right square on the 15-yard line.
Yep. That's Kamikaze Wells. So, with 1st and 10 with 3:22 left, Clio's going to take over on their own 15. 85 yards
this is
to
tough
go for a score.
on a team that doesn't have many offensive weapons to always start inside your own 20, Jim.
That's hurt.
They have screwed up every kickoff so far.
And they've had different men back there almost every
Yeah, they
kickoff
have.
too. They're trying to find somebody that can come up with the ball. And here comes Clio out over the ball with 3:22 left to go in the half.
See Camden Moose back out there again.
And man in motion.
Here they come.
Fullback.
Oh,
Fullback.
missed the
He
first
got
tackle.
missed, but the last two didn't miss him.
Gained a yard.
Number 4, Moose, and number 48, that's Trent Mitchell.
No, that's Metcalf.
Is that Metcalf?
Yeah.
That's right. That's Metcalf and Moose, the M&M boys.
Trent
And now
Brent are about the same size.
We're putting in a new linebacker, new center linebacker. They're taking Chris Leach out. He's had a great game for this first half. We're starting to substitute. Number 89 just came in, and 89 is
Peter Najelski.
Najelski's in.
Go Pete.
And from the I formation,
Creeping in.
quarterback's coming up.
Oh, there's
Here
pitch.
well,
That was
that's
close to a
forward.
forward.
That's
Lateral
forward.
there.
And that was a clip, too, that they didn't call.
Got his first down.
And it's a first down for Clio after he picked up about 6. And so we have 1st and 10. And now Mr. Leach is back in after Pete gave him Chris a quick break here. And from the I formation, I tell you, the defensive end didn't do his job that time.
No. Going the other
Here
way
it
now.
comes.
Oh,
Oh, boy,
we're
they
gonna-
got a break. But boy,
We're
here's
gonna get
number
a-
4. That's Mr. Moose.
We're going to get a fumble shortly, Jim.
I tell you,
Quarterback is at the very edge of his.
that was number 92. That was Austin, Kevin Austin, coming in there hitting that quarterback just as he pitched the ball, and Moose
From the
was
backside.
right there. Yes.
Kevin Austin was on the backside defensive end there. Pretty good quickness.
And so we've got a loss of 2. It's 2nd down and 12 for Clio.
Minute 44 left in the first half.
And from the I formation with split in the flank. Here we go. Quarterback's
Pass.
rolling out.
Oh,
And-
that was almost nice.
a nice catch. He reached back and
Good defense
but
there.
good defense by
Brent
Metcalf. Mr. All-American wrestler for Davison.
Yeah, all everything.
All everything. You got that right. And a nice kid too. That's a nice thing. There's so many of these kids are nice kids.
Trent Mitchell now comes back into the game.
And number 38 comes out. And number 38 is Dan Spicer again.
3rd and long.
And here we go with 3rd and 11 after, actually still should be 3rd and 12. It is 3rd and 12 after the incomplete. Gives
Give
it
up
to the
middle.
halfback.
And we're going to have a punt.
And
lost a couple more yards.
Lost a couple more. Tackle by number 68.
Yeah, it was. The ball was dropped.
Ronald Weeder on the tackle.
Man, we're getting lots of folks in there.
Now we're putting lots of people in.
Who's 20?
Now,
20 just ran into the game for us.
20 coming into the game for Davison. I don't have him on my roster.
Okay.
But we've got Lal and Hitchcock deep. They're awful deep, Hitchcock and Law are. This guy's not going to boot that ball this far. Now we got a timeout Clio. Because the last thing they want to do with 43.9 seconds left to go in the half is have a problem with this punt.
Well,
and get it blocked or whatever.
My guess is you're not going to see us try and block it, but
no, not being up 27-0.
Reminder at halftime, cameras will be rolling as we have the band presenting their first halftime performance in their uniforms tonight.
And
they just got back from band camp for the last game.
And I hope everybody stays around to watch us. Take some time to hit the bathroom and the refrigerator. But I hope you're back in time.
Pom Pom Squad will also be performing.
And I hope in 3 weeks we see you here for homecoming, because that will be a game.
Ooh, get here
Davison
early.
and Powers, get here early.
Come to the parade. Park your car down here at the school. Go to the parade.
And I hope to see you next week.
Yeah.
At our away games. Next
Grand
week
Blanc?
and following. Grand Blanc and then Owasso. Grand Blanc's always a good game to see over there at the Grand Blanc Coliseum. Well, we'll see what ours looks like next year.
Yeah. It was fun last week too, Jim. The Oxford had opened a brand new stadium.
Oh, it was gorgeous.
That was fun.
Yep, it was fun to see that.
Kind of cool. Laid out a little bit like Clarkson Stadium.
Yep.
And
here we go for the kick. Good snap. Ooh, he dropped it. And
They did block it.
He got it blocked.
That's going to go.
Well, picks up.
Touchdown.
And it's a touchdown by number 80. Who blocked it? And Zach Dinkins got the block, and number 80 carried it in. And 80 is Justin McNabb. He gets the out of that.
We're going to see that one again, hopefully, guys. Boy, he just bobbled it and took forever, and
now we're going
really
for one.
Rush on.
We're going for one. And the reason you go for
There's
one in
that
this
last
case,
block. Oh, he just smothered him.
Yep.
Did it the right way. Ran right to the foot.
Well, actually, you run in front of the foot in case you miss it.
Well, in that case, he just wanted to smother. Difference. He was just there.
And Davison goes for one.
Oh, we're missing one.
We're missing a man. And Metcalf comes in. With 48, this will not give us a running clock. And that ain't all bad either, because it gives us more time to get people in.
That kick is good.
And good for Mr. Hitchcock. And so with 38.5 seconds left to go, Davison goes up 34-0 over Clio. Let's hope we get no one else hurt tonight.
So
and everybody gets some playing time.
Should be a whole second half for guys who aren't on that starting lineup.
We hope we get some other guys with some PT tonight.
Makes for a happy practice week.
Because the big boys are coming next week. You start at Grand Blanc and Carmen and Powers and Flushing, the big four.
They all run right together. We do have Owasso in between.
And we do have Creek near the end.
At the very end, I think, Jim.
But in the Big Nine, because that ball is the shape that it is, you never know. Davison has looked pretty tough tonight against Clio, except for that one series of 2 out of 3 plays where we put the ball on the carpet.
And then an interception right after that.
And then we had the interception right after it, yes. Well, here we go.
Well, let's see if Clio can get their act together on a kick return.
And here we go with Craig. He's going to kick the ball off, number 2 for Davison. And the ball goes.
It's out of bounds?
No, it's
going to
stay in bounds. He picks the ball up on the 14-yard line. And boy, he gets hit out by number 42. And number 42 for Davison is Corey West again on that tackle.
And Aaron Wells. And Trent Mitchell.
And the 44 boys, Mitchell, Wells, and West.
Lots of youngsters at tonight's game.
Okay. with 34.4 seconds left to go in the half. Clio comes out 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line.
See a run and the clock run out.
Yep, here goes the fullback.
Nothing.
And boys, he tackled right there, tough.
That's going to be the last play of the first half, Jim.
And the tackler was coming up from the bottom.
Number 90.
Number 90. That's Kevin Austin.
Reminder, we'll have Kelly Smith on the sideline as we break here for halftime. Then we'll have the band and Palms. And that'll do it for the first half as the last 6 seconds tick off.
And we'll be back after you get watch the band and have a little refreshment and get back in your lazy boy, and we'll see you in about 15 minutes.
All right, Kelly, take it away.
Thanks again, guys. It was only a minute and a half into the game when Brandon Freeman scored his first touchdown of the night, and Davison managed to pull off that extra point, leaving us with a score of 7-0. The Cards continued to dominate, with Brandon Freeman scoring 2 more touchdowns, Craig Hitchcock 1 and Justin McNabb 1. The Cards are doing awesome. With 3 of their primary players on the sidelines with injury, Levi Henson, Zach Wagner, and Cody Goodall, let's hope that the Cardinals can continue to pull off a victory. We're going to leave you with the halftime show and enjoy the rest of the game.
Everybody hold it. Now listen. I can turn the gray sky blue. I can make it rain whenever I want it to. Oh, I can build a castle on the sea of grain of sand. I can make a ship sail again on dry land. But my life is incomplete and I'm so blue. 'Cause I can't get next to you.
Clio's in.
If we can hear Kelly, we can hear this.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Davison Varsity Pom-Pom Squad.
No, right now it should be just Nat sound. I'll check it if you want. Kelly, check this mic. Kelly, check it.
Check. 1, 2, check 1, 2. There's 10 minutes and 31 seconds left in the game. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18.
Okay,
Ladies and gentlemen, Davison will present the 2004 Varsity Pom-Pom.
Ah!
Tell them they're going to plug wall more. Yeah, they're going to plug wall. All right, after the band starts playing, I'm going to switch to my band. If you guys want to bring up the TV out there, okay? All right, but I'll call you back. We're going to go on probably about 1 minute left in halftime. I'll let you know.
At Davison Field here at Rodney Collins. 43 seconds left to go in the half.
How about some
and
stats?
Some stats here. Here we go. In the first half, Brandon Freeman had 11 carries for 109 yards. Brett Kenny was 7 for 10 passing for 132 yards and 1 TD. Brandon had 3 TDs. Catching the ball, Mike Law was 3 catches for 83 yards. Hitchcock had 3 catches for 43 yards and a TD. And Chris Lang 1 catch for 6 yards. We had a block of a punt by Zach Dankins, and McNabb picked the ball up and ran it in for a touchdown. And Davison's up 34-0 at the halftime. Now we got
How about those Clio statistics, Jim?
And we have Clio. Now, Clio, number 40, their fullback, ran 8 times for 22 yards. That's Paul Long. Number 10, their halfback, or the quarterback, Tom Reck, was 8 runs for 17 yards on the option. And the only other one was number 34, that's Aaron Gill, ran 4 times for 20 yards. Now, Tom Reck had 2 completions in 5 attempts for 0 net yards. And Aaron Gill caught both of those passes. That's number 34, and he's the wingback, and he caught for 26 yards himself. So that's basically the halftime stats. It's a pretty one-sided story so far. Davison had 2 turnovers in the first half. They had a fumble that they lost,
but only one loss.
Only one lost, and they had 1 intercept. Other than that, Davison pretty much controlled the ball game. We lost 1 good ball player, and Cody Goodell went down with a knee problem, but we hope he'll be back.
Hey, Jim, I think I only remember 1 flag the whole half. That was the intentional grounding by the Clio quarterback. Is that right?
That is right. So it's been a pretty clean game, and it's gone along pretty quick here. Davison up 34-0 at half.
It's going to go a lot faster.
And it's going to go a lot faster. I think Davison's receiving, if I remember correctly.
Clio kicked off. We scored like a minute and 50 seconds into the game.
Okay, that's right.
But high school football, they have a mercy rule, basically. When the team goes up by 35 points, the clock begins to run.
There's no...
the only stopping, I believe, is touchdowns.
I think it's timeout.
Is it? Is that all?
I think it's timeout.
We had it a couple times last year.
Hey, not a problem. Not a problem at all. Hey.
But Davison will be kicking off, I believe. And I hope you enjoyed tonight's ball game.
Brought to you by Jim Waldron. We appreciate Jim and all of his support. He usually see the graphics at the top of the screen by Jim.
And American Premier Mortgage Company right here in Davison.
Tim Green.
And Fulcher Insurance, Dave Fulcher in Davison, longtime resident, great Cardinal fan. Whole family, and of course Davison Subway right on M15 out here, and all of those sponsors help keep this play-by-play coming into your household every Friday night that we're home. So Davison gets ready with Craig Hitchcock to kick it off here with the start of the second half. Davison up 34-0. And welcome back to Davison football. And I hope you find time this year to go out and see those girls' tennis teams. They're playing great tennis. If you get a chance, that girls' basketball squad isn't looking all bad. And the boys' soccer, all going on. Cross country, too, at the same time.
Another muff.
And another muff. They take the ball up at the 27-yard line. Clio takes over, and number 56 recovering the ball for Clio. And on the recovery for Clio is John Cheney. So Davison comes out on defense in the second half, led by Chris Leach and Aaron Wells at linebacker. McNabb and Kevin Austin at defensive ends. Nose guard down in the middle. Zach Dankins. And I'll try and get you those 2 down tackles here in a second.
Looks like 91 or 81. 91, left tackle.
And 91 left tackle.
Going that way. Quarterback keeps. Gain 6.
Tackled by number 6, Chris Leach. And help from number 80, which is McNabb, I believe. Justin McNabb. But he picks up a long 6, so it's 2nd and 4 on the quarterback keep on the option. Clio comes out with a split and a slot. Wingback going in motion. Give it to the fullback. No, quarterback kept it. And he's wide open. Whoa, nice tackle.
Close to a late hit there.
Nice tackle by number 48, and that's Brett Metcalf, but not until he picked up about 8 or 9 yards.
Defensive end bit on the fake. That was it.
And when he does, When he crashes down on that tackle, or I mean on that fullback dive,
It's not
nobody's got the quarterback.
That's not the defensive end's responsibility either.
Nope, he's got the
defensive end's
quarterback.
responsibility is the quarterback. Then the corner has the pitch man.
Unless they got a stun on. If
This
they
is
got
good.
a stun on, then
Look
it
at
can
that
switch, but-
Clio sideline, Jim. Those kids are over there cheering each other
Yeah.
on. That's great.
And here we go.
Going wide again.
4-4. Nice tackle. Number 2 on the bottom. And that, of course, is Craig Hitchcock. That's your all-around Mr. Everything here, it seems to be on the team.
Gain of 3.
Craig doesn't get off the field much.
Now he
So
will.
it's second and third. Now he comes off. after
Nice
I say
segue.
that. Yeah.
Nice segue, Jim.
He plays just about every play. Boy, you talk about somebody that's in shape and a hitter. Okay.
See, Clio's trying to go everything wide right now, Jim.
Yep.
Think they can run the corners.
Well, they figured they can't get up the middle on us,
Yeah,
but here
they
they
try
go.
it here.
Quarterback.
quarterback gets
Oh,
it.
nice
Loses
job.
3.
80. McNabb
Whoa.
on the tackle.
A lot of
He
stuff
lost
going on
about
after the
4.
after the whistle there.
Well, it wasn't with McNabb and the quarterback.
No, it was
That
Zach
was-
Dinkins was tied up with, looks like the maybe the tight end there.
And they give him a pretty good spot there, though. They only lost 3.
Kind of used to seeing a lot of play like that when Davison plays Clio, quite frankly.
Yeah.
We just haven't seen any yet.
Well, at least this year we didn't see 2 Clio players fighting each other in the huddle.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
And so here we go. It's 3rd down and 9. And from the I formation, quarterback, and he gives it off to the halfback going outside. And
oh, and he pushed him forward for 4 yards.
Yep, nice
3
run,
yards.
nice run.
Yeah, the big instigator in that little affair last year is playing quarterback at Goodrich this year.
Yes, he is. And see Trent Mitchell on the tackle with a little help from number 33. And I think that's Spicer. Or no, it's Wilson. Okay, that's Jeremy Wilson on the help out there.
Clio's going to go. Clio's going for it here. 4th and long 6.
From their own, let's see if they try and pull them off sides.
Their own 44.
Because it's 4th and 7. I can't believe they're going for it at this point in time. Unless they want a running clock. He's going to go for it, though.
24 is open. Oh, he's going deep, though. That's not going to be caught. Oh.
We got pass interference.
Oh, he calls it. Now he's saying.
No, he's just saying it's an incomplete, but there's still a flag on the play. It might be offensive pass interference.
Well, there was a whole lot of battling going on, and I can't believe they're even going to make the call, quite frankly.
If it is offensive pass or defensive pass interference, it's an automatic first down.
Wow.
From the previous spot. That was on Craig Hitchcock, and that could have gone either way.
There was chucks going back and forth there. Wow.
Well,
there was a replay of that. You could see
1st and 10 on the
contact
41.
going every which way.
On Davison's 41, 1st and 10.
Actually, that's a pretty good play for the offense. You just throw it up and hope for a pass interference, quite frankly. We obliged.
And here we go. They had a motion by the down tackle on the far side, didn't get called. Here we go, fullback. And he picks up, he's tackled by number 50, Zach Dinkins on the feet there. A little help from Chris Leach and Mr. Moose.
Gain 4.
You know, I like some of these names. They're kind of fun to say. Okay, we got 2nd and a long 6.
Number 91 for us is out there limping. Who's that?
91. It says Andrew Elkins, but I don't. 91 is Derek Alonzi.
He's limping.
Number 3.
They run right at him.
And we got Leach, and of course, 48 is Metcalf on the wheels. Grabbed both feet. His 3rd and a short 1. 3rd and a short 1. So that was Leach and Metcalf, with Leach on the wheels and Metcalf finishing off on the assist. And we're at this is with 7:29 left to go in the 3rd quarter, and we're at the 31.5-yard line. With about a half a yard to go. They got to make the 31 to get the first down. And we got a single back quarterback sneak.
Boy.
And he made it.
Man. He sure doesn't gain much on those, but he only needed about a foot.
Yep. And that was Leach and Zankins. The whole center of the line came down on that time.
Wells got stung on that one a little bit too.
Mm-hmm. So 1st and 10 from the Davison 30.
Has he got a bad thumb? Wells, he's all taped.
I don't know.
He's got a little stinging going on.
Well, he hits with the shoulder pads anyway. Okay, we got a single back, and we got trips to the wide side of the field.
It's the first sustained drive for Clio.
They came out and made some adjustments in this half. Quarterback option. Nice job.
Oh, he missed tackle. Oh, there's a 15-yard flag. Oh, man.
And the missed tackle was Trent Mitchell. You don't see Trent miss him very often.
That was pretty stupid penalty. Would expect to see a substitution right here. Yep, there he comes off the field after his penalty.
And so now it's 1st and goal, I believe, because that's going to be half the distance.
Yep. Take it right down to the 10, won't it?
That takes it right down to the 10, just inside the 10, so make it the 9.5. 1st and goal with 6:43 left to go in the 3rd quarter. And here we go with a single back motion.
Coming outside again on the pitch. Touchdown.
Boy. And
sure not playing that very well.
Defensive end didn't pick up anybody. And then we had a missed tackle at about the 5.
So Clio gets on the board.
Give Clio some credit. They've come out to play the second half.
Yeah.
Being down 34-0. Now it's 34-6 with 6:38 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Clio's come out to play.
Gonna go for 2 here. Or is there a kicker on the field? Yeah, 13 must be a kicker.
Yeah, he's got his shirt tail out and he's skinny and tall. I keep the ball.
Joshua Turner.
Okay, I shouldn't teach Josh like that. And here we go. And nice ball.
Good kick.
Up and lots of leg in that. And it's good. 34-7. They did call it good, didn't they?
Yeah.
Just hasn't gone up on the scoreboard yet. With 6:38 left to go, Davison is up 34-7, and they will receive Clio's kickoff here shortly.
Gonna have to get on our scoreboard operator over there.
Well, you know, he's getting old.
You know those math teachers, they have a little trouble keeping up with the numbers.
They don't quite compute.
Yeah. He's got a helper over there too.
Well, here we go. Clio gets ready for their kickoff. You might see an onside here.
Yeah, well, they got nothing to lose.
They've got nothing to lose. They came out on 4th down and 7 in their inside their own 40 and went for it, and of course came up with that big pass interference play that turned things around for them. And they are starting to block their option offense right now, and they're blocking it well because they're getting yards on it with the quarterback option. Here we go, number 13 to kick it deep.
They better work on that because Carmen's going to run that same thing.
Over and over again. And here we go. Number 2, Craig Hitchcock.
He's moving all the way around the Mulberry Bush.
He made it. He made it to the lane.
Boy, all the way back to the midfield.
He made it to the wall.
44 yards.
He made it to the wall, and that was nice blocking at the point of attack. If you can see that again, you're going to see a nice wall set up, and you're going to see somebody pick up that first guy just so he can make it to the wall.
Yeah, right in the middle of the field.
And take him right out. So Davison's comes up with good field position on their own 44-yard line, 1st and 10 with 6:27 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
See the student standing?
And there's Mackenzie, number 2, right there in the front. She just won a scholarship there, $100. We're kicking at the halftime, kicking a field goal. Number 35 comes across here, Mr. Bundy. And Freeman, the ball carrier, goes outside. Boy, nice blocking at the point of attack. He takes it up to midfield, give him 6 yards. It's 2nd and 4 from midfield with 6:15 and counting.
I hate to see the running back get turned around like that. When you got hit the first time, he spun backwards, and your back is just exposed.
But he doesn't go down ever easy. Those legs, those wheels don't stop turning. And of course, he was 11 with 109 yards. He only averaged 9.9 yards in the first half and 3 TDs. And here we go. We got, we're going to have trips if Bundy makes it this way. And
give is to Bundy.
And the give is to Bundy.
And he has 2 hands around it.
I know. I talked to him too. There's another thing I says. 2 hands on the ball when you're going through the line. You know, you can't fault him though. Last week, I guarantee you, he was trying for yards every time. He ran hard.
Second effort. It's always after the first
second effort.
First guy's hit.
It was actually 2nd, 3rd, and 4th effort in some cases.
That's usually when you do lose it.
Now we've got 3rd and 2 from the Clio 48-yard line. Single back, twins, both top and bottom of your screen. Clio sitting at 6-1.
Bubble, first down.
First down to Lang. Nice job. Picks up about, let's see, needed 2. He picked up about 12 or 10. About 10. Give him 10 yards on that.
Nice job by the Clio safety there by not making that hit on the ground, too.
And the ball's at the 39, Clio 39-yard line. 1st and 10. Nice job by Chris. Once he catches the ball, he's got quick feet. You'll see him in basketball too this year. Now single back with twins. Brett was 7 for 10 in the first half, so he's just continuing where he left off. Oh, now he's got time. He's got him wide open.
No.
Oh no, he pushed off. Their halfback shoved him in the middle of the back. But Brett didn't panic.
Nope.
He stuck right in there. He had a guy right in his face, give him a little bit of a juke, stepped up, and threw a nice pass. Just a little bit off, but downfield, and he didn't panic. If
he throws that ball more toward the corner, it's caught for a touchdown. He threw it pretty much straight up the field. It's hard to adjust.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion with 4:52 and the clock stops. Single back is Freeman in the backfield. Now we got a Bundy in motion.
Give us to Freeman.
And Freeman's up through the middle.
Ooh.
Nice.
Look at that. Stop. 3 yards after that hit.
Boy,
should have been down at the 36, and
he follows Bundy right up through that hole. That's a little power ISO is what that is. They double team down and lead the back through, lead that fullback up through the hole.
Number 40 for Clio, Paul Long, thought he had him wrapped up, and he didn't. 3 more yards after that hit.
Those legs don't stop. The lightning doesn't come until the thunder when he hits the ground.
3rd and 4.
So now we got trips to the wide side of the field with Lal over by himself, single coverage, single back.
Bubble pass again.
Lang,
another first down.
Another first down and more. And more.
Oh, break it.
Great feet. Great feet. And he held onto the ball. He's out inside the 20 at the 19. It's 1st and 10 after another nice pickup.
Yep. That's pretty easy, Jim.
Yeah. They got to bring up. They're going to come up harder, but when they do,
going to go over the top.
It's going to go to the top.
Yeah.
And that's a nice toss and catch out there by Mr. Kenny.
I like throwing that to the short side of the field too, instead of the wide side.
Because
you're not throwing a 40-yard pass.
You're not throwing, and he's putting a little more zing on it this week too.
Yeah.
And so now we got trips, same formation we just had.
Freeman. Oh, just.
Oh, but still, there was nothing there, folks, and he stepped up and got 2 or 3 on his own.
Looks like if he could have had another half step to the left, he was all the way gone.
It was gone because it opened up.
I think somebody had a hold of his right leg. We couldn't see it.
Give Clio some credit, though. They've come back out. They're playing tough.
3.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. 34-7, Davison.
And same formation. We got trips to the short side of the field with Lal split. Freeman in the backfield. Kenny understand. Now we're putting Bundy in motion. So now we got twins.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got contain. Touchdown. Touchdown. Boy, he put a little burst on that time, Jim.
I tell you, nice blocking.
They just sealed it off.
They
He's number
sealed
50,
it.
51. Great block out there by Ian Graham.
Ian Graham led. I'm telling you, it was just gorgeous. Nobody touched him. And of course, it helps to have some back with a speed out there and cut ability. Whoa. It's 40-7 as we get ready for the extra point by Craig Hitchcock with Brett Kenny holding. And it's up, and it's through, and good. And we got 41-7 with 3:02 left to go in the third quarter. And Mr. Freeman got his 4th touchdown now.
I would think we're going to see some people come out of the game now, offensively, next series.
And we got the Four brothers and Mr. Rivas and Mr. Graham. And who am I missing out there? Those blockers up front. And guess who's in the midst of them? Who's over there giving them all high fives? That's Mr. Freeman. He knows who opens those holes for him. Nice kids. People, I hope you realize how much and how well they represent the Davison community in both football, wrestling, baseball, and basketball, and both boys and girls sports. It's kind of nice. And win or lose, these are great kids. Well, here we go. Craig Hitchcock ready to kick off with 3:02 left to go in the third quarter. And the ball goes, whoa, now they caught it cleanly. Number 56 again. And he says, I'm not getting hit. And down he goes.
He says, I'm a center. I'm not a runner.
Yep. He picks up about 5 or 6 yards.
Oh, we
got a
Clio
man
player
down.
hurt. Number 28.
28 for Clio.
He's not on our list.
Is it 26 maybe?
Could be.
Josh Rometto. I'm wondering if he had his bell rung.
I don't know. Well, it's 41-7. Third quarter, 2 minutes and 58 seconds remain.
And a beautiful night. Boy, and this whole next week should be nice. It's going to be hot tomorrow. Going to be in the low 80s, which is about 10 degrees warmer than normal. And let's hope and pray for those people down in Florida that Ivan the Terrible doesn't.
How much can you take down there?
How much can you take? And wherever Ivan goes, it's not going to be pretty. But they don't deserve another one, that's for certain. But up here, it's going to be nice this week, and next week we should have temperatures in the mid-70s, and they're predicting no rain, so it should be beautiful. And you get a chance, go out and see that cross-country team, or the tennis, the girls' tennis, or the girls' basketball. Lots of athletics taking place at Davison.
That was number 26. He did have his bell rung, Jim.
Yeah.
A little wobbly going off. That's no fun.
No,
he'll wake up tomorrow.
Here you go. Oh,
with a big
my
headache.
goodness, what truck hit me? Okay, here comes Clio out. They're on their own 37-yard line, 1st and 10.
See
down
if we make some adjustments on defense here.
Okay, we've got an I formation, a split and a flank.
Here they
And
come again.
quarterback option, and this time they played it right. Perfect. Number 80, McNabb, stepped up, took the quarterback like he's supposed to, and number 4, Mr. Moose, took out his man, and that's a big loss of 4 yards on that play. If everything runs properly, that's how you defense that option. But you have to take the quarterback first. And so Davison executes great, and it's 2nd and 14. Clio's on their own 34-yard line, 2nd down and 14. Boy, and I hope you guys enjoying tonight's game here at Rodney Collins Field. Next year it's going to be even nicer, people.
Fumble.
There has it. He can't. Okay, number 6, Mr. Leach, picks up the ball, and the ball goes over on the fumble. That's Clio's first miscue, I think, tonight. Boy, let that lay right on the carpet.
Yeah. pulled away quick, and
there it was. And so the ball is on. Davison takes over with the ball on the 33 or 34 yard line, 1st and 10, with 2:13 left to
Here's
go
that
in the
last
third
play.
quarter.
In very quick motion. You see it was.
Boy, did Chris want to pick that ball up and go, though, but he had his knee down.
Yep.
He had his knee down. And let's go one more time with our sponsors here. They are Jim Waldron, bringing you this game tonight, and American Premier Mortgage, along with Fulcher Insurance and the Davison Subway Shop. And we sure appreciate them helping sponsor bringing you this game tonight on WDTV Davison, Channel 19.
Hey, we got a new quarterback.
New quarterback, all right.
Oh, get rid of it.
And
he
did.
completed it.
And it's to Metcalf.
Lost a yard.
But-
Late hit there, man, spear.
And number 8 for Davison, of
Slazak?
course, is Jeff Slazak. Now, if you've been around Davison a while, you can remember Jimmy and David and Kenny, 3 quarterbacks that came out of that family. And this is Ken's boy, I believe.
Yep. Local dentist?
No, not Kenny. That's David.
I'm sorry, David, yes.
And, oh my goodness, that brings his dad, his grandpa's got to be up here smiling someplace. Okay, single back. We got twins both ways. And the single back is Metcalf. In motion is Bundy. And Mr. Slazak under center. And it's Metcalf. All right, look at this. And he picks up a quick 4 yards. So it's 3rd down and 6. This is kind of neat, giving these kids some opportunities.
Score here by Davison will invoke the running clock. Last minute of the 3rd quarter.
And let's see, what is Jeff Slazak? Is he a junior? Yes, he is. He's a junior, so he'll be back next year. And we got Mike Lall split. We got trips to the short side of the field, so here you might see a bubble pass. With a single back is Metcalf. Now we're going with twins as they send Bundy in motion. Ball didn't come up. Center didn't snap the ball.
Everybody else moved but the center.
Everybody moved but the center, and it makes him look pretty. Yeah, we know whose fault it is, don't we?
Now we got a 3rd and 11.
Okay. And with 45 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter, Davison has the ball, and it is 3rd down and 11 from their own 35-yard line. Single back. We're going to trips. And it's a quick pitch to Metcalf, and he cuts it up.
Nope.
And he's going to go. He's going.
Go, man.
He's going.
Get up the field.
There he goes.
First down and more. Down to the 8.
Brett Metcalf on a nice run, nice cutback over there, and he did not go down with that first hit. Nice way to fight it off. And Brett goes from the 35 down to the 8-yard line.
Looks like it was stopped. And he just ran right through it.
So he picks up 27 yards on that carry by Brett Metcalf. Nice cut, nice blocking at the point of attack. So 1st and goal at the 8-yard line with 9 seconds and counting. They may not get this play off.
That's going to be it for the 3rd quarter.
And so we got twins. And now we got an I formation, and that's the quarter. And at the quarter, Davison is getting ready to score possibly. They're up 41-7 starting the 4th quarter.
We got Kelly Smith with a big group of girls down on the sidelines. Take it away, Kelly.
Davison started off this quarter with a whopping lead of 34-0, and obviously you've seen what's happened from there. They are not allowing Clio to take the lead in this game. Behind me, I've got this year's edition of the letters, and they're pretty awesome. Look at them right now. So why don't you guys get in order for me and show everybody what you got to say? So right now I've got the letter S. Brittany, what do you think that this to get all this together?
You know, hey, I don't really know. We just kind of decided.
Well, I think you guys are awesome. I think you need to keep doing what you're doing, and I hope you guys keep the warm weather going for you, because that's going to be pretty cool when it's cold. And back to you guys up in the studio.
At the fourth quarter, up 41-7. Slazak under quarterback, gives off to Metcalf. He
Touchdown.
breaks it,
Oh,
and
down
he
to
gets
the
down to
one.
about the 2-yard line, let's say. So give him 6 yards on that carry. Nice blocking at the point of attack by those boys up front. And they put the ball on the, looks like the 2-yard line. So it is 2nd and goal from the 2.
You know what I'd like to see, Jim? I'd like to see him give the ball to Bundy, let him score a touchdown. After the trouble he had last week, it'd be a nice big confidence booster for him.
Well, I'll tell you, Bundy has blocked well tonight. He's blocked well, and he ran hard when he got the shot. So Nate knows.
One carry, right?
He's been on a state champion team a few times. Here we go.
They did
And
give
it's
it to Bundy. Oh, fumbled the ball. Lost it.
And we lost it again, but Bundy didn't fumble it.
No, quarterback did.
Quarterback didn't get him the ball. So Slazak turns the ball over, and they take over on the 5-yard line. It is 1st and 10 for Clio on their own 5-yard line with 11-12 to go. Davison up 41-7. Hey, that's okay. That's when you learn. And now's the time that you want it to be. And look, there's going to be a few new names out there maybe.
Looks like a whole new defensive line.
It does look like a whole new defensive line out there.
Yep.
89, 64, 23. It is a new line. That's good.
Gonna come wide right over here.
Let's see.
Nope.
Fullback.
Boy.
And he still got the ball.
He chugged along pretty good there.
And it's number 40. He doesn't go down easy, but he's tackled by let me get that for you, number 18. That's Trent Mitchell.
Got 5.
And it's 2nd down and 5 from the 10-yard line. Clio comes out with trips again with a single back. And into the quarterback keeps the ball.
Got around defensive end.
Defensive end, though, made up for it with a little bit of speed. That's number, let me get that number.
42.
42. I think that's Spicer.
Casey.
No, it is. It's Corey West.
Corey West.
Corey West. He looked like he was out of position, but he made up some ground and gave him up 1 yard is all, so it makes it 3rd and 4. Nice job by Corey West out there. You won't make up that ground against Carmen Ainsworth's quarterback, though.
He'd be all the way down to the end zone.
Yep. Here we go. And we got an I formation on 3rd and 4. Quarterback gives it to the halfback.
Nice tackle.
Nice tackle right there.
He's going to be short by a yard.
He's going to be short, but the tackle is, I'm trying to look. Is
Moose
that
again?
Moose?
Nope, the one. Chittick.
It's number 1. It's Kyle Chittick on the tackle. So he still gets 3 yards. It's 4th and 1. 4th and 1. Big play for Clio. I don't think. Are they going to go for it?
Sure looks like it.
From inside just outside the 15-yard line. This is crazy.
Quarterback sneak. I can tell you the play right now.
Yeah, we can tell you. Yeah, that's what they've tried every time. Figure if you can't get
load up the middle and make sure you just have one person outside over here for the option.
Here he
Gonna
is.
pass the ball. He's wide open. Oh,
incomplete, and the ball goes over on down.
He's wide open too.
It doesn't make any difference.
Wow.
That's pretty gutsy. Well, sports fans, it's easy to call this when it's 2020, when the play's over. But
yeah.
That's not one of them I would have pulled out of the basket. Okay, so Davison takes over 1st and 10 from the Clio 15-yard line with 8:48 left to play in the game. Davison up 41-7. And we should have some new faces back in there, and we do. Tommy Webb. Bundy's still in there, but you've got some other ones in there. You got 63. I can't even, let's see. That's, no, that's 4.
We're missing about 2 or 3 players. We're going to have to burn a timeout here.
Here comes number 75 in.
Yep. Burn a timeout.
That's Brian Miller. That's the problem. When you get down here and you're trying to put people in.
That's okay, though.
That's okay. You're right. That's a good thing, but it's very difficult when you're trying to substitute as many people as you can.
Car wash tomorrow at 10 to 2 it.
Well, we're here with 8:48 left to go and a timeout. Davison leading 41-7 with the 1st and 10 on our 15. Well, I hope you enjoyed tonight's ball game. It's not over. There's 8:48 left. And at times it hasn't been pretty, and at times it's been very entertaining. So, Clio hasn't laid over and played dead for us. But next week at Grand Blanc, we hope to see you there. We can use as many fans as we can get over at Grand Blanc, playing those Bobcats over there at the Coliseum. And we're going to come out in a trips formation here with number 81 is Wes Blankenship. All right, get Wes in there. Here we go. Quick pitch.
Oh, that's going. Oh, nice cutback.
Metcalf, nice job. Nice job running.
Hung onto the ball. Gained, after all that, got 1.
But he was lucky.
Yeah, he could have lost.
Could have been
3.
a big loss. That's a great run by Brett. Brent did a great job there. Now we're getting into some other wide receivers in here.
$8:12 left in the game.
Okay. Fumble.
Man,
right on the. He pulled out too early, I think. Either that or the ball didn't come up. But the snap and the quarterback, the center and the quarterback snap did not. And Clio comes up with another turnover.
Is that 3 or 4?
It's at least 4. At least 4 turnovers. But we're learning. But you won't beat Grand Blanc with turnovers. Now we've got a whole new defensive line in there.
Maybe the defense will score a touchdown, Jim. What do you think?
It's a possibility. And we've got a double wing.
Okay, has it been fine so far? Matt?
Ooh,
Oh,
almost
he
dropped that
he
thing
almost
too.
dropped it.
Oh, he's going. No, he steps through that hole. He's got lots of green there.
Is it back now?
He fumbled the ball.
And Davison might have the ball. I think that. Who's under there? Yes, Davison has recovered. I don't see us number 2 going up by the official. Or is there? Oh, he's looking to see if they have a first down. Must be Clio has the ball.
Clio has the ball. Boy, that came out of his hands, but it was a nice run by the quarterback. So it is 2nd and 1 for Clio from their 23-yard line with 7:18 left to go in the 4th quarter. We don't have too many starters left out on the field.
They got to get out here. They got 1 guy guarding 2. Oh.
Well, there's a
Oh,
clip.
the hold. He got the hold. He got the hold.
They saw it.
Yep. Just an absolute tackle on Trent Mitchell there.
By number 72 from Clio. Yeah.
Absolute tackle. So that's coming back. The big tackle who held came.
It was pretty obvious. It's out in the middle of everybody. God and country. And so it's still going to be 2nd down, but it might be a little bit longer now. Instead of 2nd and 1, it's going to be 2nd and 2nd and 3. And that was holding from the spot of the foul. That's why they didn't get a full 10. They got a full 10, but it was from the spot of the foul, so that's why it is 2nd and 3 instead of 2nd and 11.
Wasn't the hold right near the line of scrimmage?
No, well beyond.
Was it? Okay.
I mean, it was pretty stupid because the guy was already past it.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I guess all holds are stupid.
Now we got movement all over the place.
And the guy that just held is the guy that just jumped. Number 72. So now it's 2nd and 7 or 8.
That's always fun, Jim, when you're that guy, when you review films the next day.
Oh, my goodness.
Coach always seems to make a point of you.
Well, it's pretty easy to see on the films, too. But you know what? That's why we call them kids.
That's right.
Yeah. And that's why it's high school football. We're not paying $45 for a ticket and $10 to park and $5 for a hot dog.
That's right.
And you can join it right here in the middle of your family room or living room and enjoy it on DTV.
Oh, just missed the tackle there.
And the quarterback comes up.
Gonna get us. There's another hold. Boy,
And he's
good
still
run.
going.
Cutting back. Down he goes.
Okay. And tackled by number 89 and number 42. And 89 is Peter Najelski, and number 42 is, let me get that name for you, that's Corey Westigan. And now Nate Bundy's coming in. Now Nate is what I consider one of the most perfect tacklers as far as form tackling that I've seen at Davison in a long, long time.
That play looked like it was going to go for a 5-yard loss.
And it ended up, but you got to make the tackles. You can hit the guy, but you got to make the tackles. You got to wrap. You got to wrap. I hope you saw that. Yeah, that's putting yourself in the wrong spot.
Oh, this is trouble. Oh, he's going to come out of there. He's acting like he's going to throw it and he loses 4.
Well, and the tackles by number 35, Nate Bundy.
You're really good with the segues tonight.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'll tell you. You know what? They got some subs in there too right now.
Oh, yeah.
They had halfbacks that thought they were fullbacks and fullbacks that thought they were halfbacks. And now we're getting some more players in. This is great. This is a time running the clock. It's 5:32 left to go in the game. And the game's well out of hand at 41-7. But you're seeing some kids that they spend as much time in practice as anybody. You got in there number 72 right now, which is Ron Cotter as a down lineman.
Trent Mitchell's playing middle linebacker. He had 130 pounds.
Oh, but he's a tough 130 pounds.
Everybody's creeping in.
Fullback. Nope, quarterback kept it.
Missed the tackle.
Well, let's see. 83's got to get him, and 83 got him. All right. And 83, I don't have on my roster. I don't know who 83 is, but he sure made a tackle there. Uh-oh, there's Trent Mitchell hobbling off. That's not a sign. That's one of the things we did not want to see. Is anybody getting hurt here? And going in for him is Corey West. And they picked up 1st and 10. They picked up a big chunk of change there. And they're on
late
the
replacements on defense
41-yard line. We're putting Chris back in. Chris Leach comes back in because we got guys hurt.
Timeout.
Because Mitchell was playing center linebacker, or was playing middle linebacker, and we just brought Leach back in, our regular middle linebacker, after Trent went down hurt.
Clio uses a timeout with 4 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. 41-7 Davison.
And again, let's give our sponsors one last thing here. Our sponsors for tonight's ball game that help bring this to your home here in Davison is Jim Waldron, American Premier Mortgage, Fulcher Insurance, and of course Subway Sandwich. And if you can patronize those people, I'm sure they would appreciate that.
Davison travels to Grand Blanc next week and Owasso the following week, and returns home 3 weeks from tonight for homecoming against Powers.
Against Flint Powers. It's always fun to see Jack Pratt. Jack's been around. If you're a Flint native and you've known Jack in...
Well, Davison people know Jack.
Forever.
For all those
From
years at Kersley.
And Grand Blanc. And, of course, those great teams he had at, was it
St. Mike's.
St. Mike's. Oh, in basketball, in football. And he's a great man.
Doing it because he says he still loves to work with the kids.
Oh.
Saw his boys and the rest of his coaching staff at the Oxford game last week. They had played on Thursday.
Oh, he's a heck of a nice guy though, and he's good for kids of any age, and great for Powers. Okay, here we go. We got double twin
pass.
Uh-oh.
Breaking down, gonna get him from behind.
And let's see who's on the tackle.
Half-yard loss.
64, and number 64 is Derek Bratton on that tackle for no gain. Came actually for a loss, a 1-yard loss. So Derek picks up a loss. Quarterback sack tonight. With 4:03 left and counting, Davison up 41-7. It's 2nd and 11 for Clio as they're driving at the Davison 42-yard line. Okay. Clio comes out with that same formation they've been in.
Helter Skelter.
Yep. 34. Nice tack. Nice run. Nice run. Number 34. He's picked up a lot of yards tonight. And number 34 for them, of course, is Aaron Gill. He's been there.
Tackled by number 20 for Davison.
And number 20 for Davison, if I can get you that, is he's not on our roster. I don't have a number 20. We've called his name a couple times tonight, or we haven't called his name. We've called his number, but we haven't got his name.
Way to go, 20.
So, Mom and Dad, I'm sorry. We'd like to give you out your son's name out there, but we just don't happen to have it on our roster. Okay, Clio comes out in the same formation again, and here we go with their Chrissy Cross. Man in motion. Quarterback screwed up there, and his own man was going to pull him down.
Oh, come on, guys. He's going to go all the way.
He's going to go all the way for this.
Oh, what a nice block. Touchdown.
Touchdown by number 10.
Quarterback into the end zone.
Touchdown. That was a nice run by their terrible tackling on our part.
Had him again for another 5-yard loss.
You've got to wrap up. You just can't hit. You got to wrap up. And we've had Brent Dellis out there tonight. I see him getting a blow after playing a lot tonight in the second half. So with the score 13-41, they're going for the extra point with number 13, their kicker out there.
I know it was like 50 yards.
And it's up, and a good kick, and it's 14-41. Clio is down with 2:45 left to go. They'll be kicking off to Davison. The score is not necessarily indicative of the game, but again, we've made a few mistakes. Put the ball on the carpet.
Well, the shuffling of defensive players here has opened things up quite a bit for Clio.
Yeah. Well, you can see there is a difference between first string and second string, and it's obvious in some cases. I hope you guys enjoyed this. So we've just enjoyed bringing it to you, and we'll see you here in 3 weeks with Davison versus Powers at homecoming. Hope to see you down at the parade on Rodney Collins Field down here. It should be a good day, I hope. In fact, every homecoming's a good day, and all the festivities that go along with homecoming. That powder puff is going to come by. The girls are telling me
Wednesday evening that week.
They were telling me already that they can't come to my study session next week because they got practice. I said, what?
They started.
Those girls, they believe in that powder puff
started
stuff.
Wednesday night. My daughter will be out there with the senior team. They beat the junior, or the junior team beat the seniors last year, so they're looking for 2 years in a row.
Yeah, they got practice. It starts at 6 o'clock Wednesday night, and here we go. And Picked up by Craig Hitchcock. Boy,
Oh, he's got a hole.
And he makes it.
He's got a hole.
And he cuts back.
Nope, not going to get past.
Yes, he is. Oh, man, what a run by Craig Hitchcock. Takes the ball up to the Clio 43-yard line. That's a nice run. It's nice blocking at the point of attack. So at 2:34, Davison takes over. 1st and 10 on the Clio 43-yard line. We'll make that the 42-yard line, I guess, after they set the ball.
See if this group can hang on to the ball.
It's a big return. We've had some good returns tonight. And we got Slazak in the backfield. You got Metcalf, and you got Bundy in the backfield. You got Tommy Webb, and
somebody's got to get up to the line of scrimmage.
We also have Wes Blankenship at an end, and Mike Wall.
Wearing a shotgun.
Yep.
Throwing the ball.
Okay. Wow. And caught by Wes Blankenship. Ooh. Look at that.
Hang on to it, man.
Wes did a nice job there. And he picks up about 7 yards on that catch.
What do you think about that call, Jim?
You know what? I kind of like it. With the second team, they want to score yet. We got our second team in and our third team. Why not? And so it's time. Throwing the ball, why not? This is a thrower. This is a kid that's comes from a quarterback family. So, of course, Brett did a very nice job tonight throwing the ball.
Another pass.
Ooh, almost there. And that was Slazak 2. Let's see.
81.
Is that 81 again?
Yeah.
Is that Blankenship? Okay. This time he threw it slightly behind him and a little low. Almost came up with it, though.
He's got a sidearm delivery. He doesn't come over the top.
Yep. Well, that brings back a lot of memories, though, watching his uncles and dad play for Davison. Those were good years. Here we go from the shotgun.
3rd and 4. Fumble again.
Bad snap.
Kyle's got it.
Clio picks it up. Another one on the carpet. With 1:41 to play, Clio recovers the ball on their own 49-yard line. 1st and 10. Well, we've put the ball on the carpet a few times, but the main thing is that score is 1-4 to 4-1 in our favor.
Right.
So,
and it's 1-4-1 on the time, Jim.
Yep, and it's 1-4-1. If you can get a look at that.
Lottery ticket.
4-1, 1-4-1, 1-4. And the ball's on the first down on the 48. So we only got 1-8 in there. The rest of them are ones and
should have been on the
fours.
41. Come on.
Okay, here we go. 1st and 10 for Clio.
What about we have a quarterback scramble?
Yep.
Nope.
Halfback, number 11. Tackle is by. Let me get that number for you.
Bundy.
Is that Bundy? Looks like it. That was a
Bundy.
classic style. 35, Nate Bundy.
2 points for that takedown.
Okay, they pick up 6 on that. 2nd down and, or they pick up 5. Let's give them 5. Make it 2nd and 5 with 1:10 remaining in the ball game. Davison up 41-14. And we come out with an I formation this time, and a split in the flank for Clio.
Pass.
He's going to throw the ball.
Oh, push off by the defender and the offensive guy.
Nice defensive play there by number 1, Kyle Chittick, to knock that ball down. And help from number 20, whoever he is.
And number 3.
And number 3, and that's Tommy Webb. You see Tommy playing basketball this year, too.
Yep.
We got a lot of wrestlers and basketball players, a lot of all-around athletes on this team. Baseball players.
Inside 1 minute left in the game.
47.9 with the clock stopped because of the incompletion. 3rd and 6 for Clio. And the fullback, ooh, you know who that is. That's Mr. Leach. And that's what you talk, running into a wall. And he stopped him right in his tracks.
Who's 42?
And 42 is
Corey West.
Corey West.
And
that's another football family here at Davison, the Wests.
Remember saying Casey West many a time over the last couple of years.
Casey was all conference last year at nose guard at about 145 pounds. In fact, I saw Casey here tonight, here rooting on his brother. Okay, we got fourth down and fourth down and 4, and they're not going to come back out of that huddle. So this game is over as they start to walk out on the field, and it's been a pleasure bringing you this. I hope you enjoyed tonight's telecast.
And we're going to have Kelly Smith, I think, Jim, for one more sideline report. Okay. She'll be talking to a player from the game here. See who she pulls aside. Reminder, next week we're at Grand Blanc, 7 o'clock at the Coliseum.
And then the next week we will be at Owasso. Now that's a nice place to, if you like old time stadiums, that's a nice drive out there.
That's 2 years in a row we've gone to Owasso.
And then, of course, we'll be back here for the big game against Powers. And we, if you can't make it here, and I hope you can, because that's homecoming, at least stay around and watch some of the festivities. We'll try and have some of the homecoming parade on TV along with the game.
We'll see who Kelly's going to pull aside here. Looks like Brandon Freeman. Yep, Brandon's going to get the post game here. So as soon as Brandon gets his helmet off, gets ready to speak, we'll send it down to Kelly.
Brandon had at least 4 TDs tonight and a lot of yards.
All right, Kelly, take it away with Brandon.
Hi, I'm here with Brandon Freeman. After an amazing game, Brandon, you had 4 touchdowns this game. How are you feeling right now, and how do you think the team has come together after your defeat last week?
I feel great. You know, we won 41-14. Can't ask for much more. We practiced hard. The line did great. We won.
And how do you think you're going to do next week against Grand Blanc?
We're going to beat them.
Thank you, and good luck next week. And we're going to head it back.
Tonight's live broadcast of Davison Cardinals football on DTV was brought to you by America's Premier Mortgage, Vulture Insurance Companies, Subway of Davison, and Jim Waldron Pontiac, Buick, GMC Truck.